But over time, this bond is put to the test. In order to add fresh troops to his army, Alexander recruits Persian soldiers to fill the ranks. This proves very unpopular with the Greeks.
I must stress this isn't just a military decision, it's also a social matter. When the day's over, they dismount, they walk into the tent to have a drink, and what do they find? They find an Iranian barbarian to them, propping up the bar and having a drink in the same tent with them. They don't like it. Soldiers can be very racist.
Their resentment grows worse as Alexander's character takes a dark turn. When the army reaches the fabled city of Samarkand, a lavish banquet is held. Alexander's erratic behavior is compounded by his bouts of heavy drinking, and alcohol seems to fuel his megalomania. One of the guests is Clytus, who served under Alexander's father Philip and saved Alexander's life in battle. As the wine flows, the mood turns ugly. Alexander begins boasting that his deeds are far more heroic than his father's. An angry Clytus listens in silence, then finally shouts out, "All your glory is due to your father." A drunk Alexander seizes a spear, kills his friend, and collapses in tears.
What upset Alexander particularly by what Clytus said was really two sorts of things. One, that Philip was much more important than Alexander was allowing to appear. In other words, Alexander's propaganda machine had gone into overdrive, and he, Alexander, had done it.
What Alexander wants now is all-consuming control over his men.
He wanted the men and the officers to bow down, blow him a kiss. The officers would then be given a kiss in return to show they were his social equals. Macedonians had nothing to do with kissing.
To the Greeks, only the gods should be worshipped like this. Many refuse to obey Alexander. One of them is Callisthenes, the man who had created the myth of Alexander.
And Callisthenes thought this was slavish, this was barbarian, this was a betrayal of Greek custom. And he thought that Alexander now was becoming an outright tyrant and a despot.
A ruthless Alexander has Callisthenes tortured and killed.
The Alexander probably became a victim of his own success, and maybe he internalized more than ever, increasingly more of his own deity and his own megalomania. And after a while, those feelings of grandeur probably influenced the way he conducted his campaigns and interacted with his soldiers.
By the 8th year of his campaign, Alexander has conquered Egypt, Persia, and the peoples of Central Asia. Alexander's empire stretched from Greece to Afghanistan and covered nearly 2 million square miles.